What's up, everyone? This is Destroyer229, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Scarlet. Last time, we managed to finish off the last of our storylines. We beat the Elite Four, beat the champion, and beat Nemona at her full potential. All of the storylines are now finished, and now we can finally head on over to Area 0. In this episode, I went and explored a little bit just to see if I could find another stake. And I did end up finding one of them. If you're wondering where exactly I'm at, I'm actually just right behind where the Elite Four is. Not too terribly far from here. Although, speaking of which, is there anything kind of over in this area here? No, this literally is just... Ooh, a cracked pot. Literally is just a way to get down or up to where the Elite Four is. Well, anyway, like I said, we now have every single storyline finished. So, we are going to head on over to the Zero Gate, which means we are off to Medali. Alright, so we need to head right here. Gonna need to cause a bit of, well, traversal. Oh, that's just some roots. I was wondering, it's like, what the heck is that? Ooh. Persian, and it looks like a Dosh button. Yeah, it is just a Dosh button. Along with the Jigglypuff. Just seeing if there's anything that are interesting. It's like, are you really still looking for shinies? And the answer is yes. Even though I do have what's basically my full team, I'm still on the lookout for shiny Pokemon. Still, this looks to be the main entrance way to the Zero Gate. Hey, over here! This is the Zero Gate. It was made so researchers could try and observe the inside of the great crater of Paldea. What folks call Area 0. It's our ticket down into the crater. Oh, and speaking of the crater, you know that Pokemon of yours? You know, the one I gave you? Area 0 is apparently where Koraidon was born, or something like that. Maybe you'll be happy that I can finally come back home. Not that I really care or anything. Anyway, our two new teammates should be waiting for us inside the Zero Gate. Guess we should head in. The way home. That is our fourth and converging storyline. Whoa, kind of dark in here. Hola, Destro. Arvin said there'd be tons of strong Pokemon, so here I am. Once she heard she'd get to battle awesome Pokemon, she was here in a second. You're an annoying little pest at the academy, but I guess you could come in handy for this. Spoken like a guy who wants to get beaten in a battle. But more importantly, why is it so dark? And where are the awesome Pokemon? Yeah, it is weird that the lights are off. Last time I was here, the electricity was up and running, but now... Well, now the lights are on. But why? I turned them on. Seems like they were on power saving mode. I hacked in the system controls and overwrote the settings. Oh, it's you! The kid with the fluffy Eevee bag! I guess? My name's Penny. Well, hey, we never got to actually talk! I'm Nimona. I'm in class 1A. You must be some kind of tech whiz. Do you like Pokemon battling too? You talk like way too much. The director introduced us. When you need someone good with tech, she's a no-brainer. Anyway, Penny here has also agreed in a second when she heard it was to help Destro. I'm not really the adventuring type, but I owe you, Destro, and I pay my debts. She's surprisingly old-fashioned like that. And of course, everyone knows me, Arvin. My loves include my Mabostiff and cooking and biometric identification in progress. Hello, Destro. I've been expecting you. And it seems you've gathered a group of formidable allies as well. Sorry, who are you? That's my mom. Probably. What? That's Professor Sada? Nimona, student ID number 805C001. And Penny, student ID number 803B121. I thank you for coming. Of course, Professor! Oh my gosh, it's such an honor to meet you in person! I mean, maybe not in person exactly. Arvin, did you tell your mom about us? When would I have done that? To begin with, I'd like to ask you all to make your way down into the great crater of Paldea. You can reach the lower chamber using the elevator you see to your right. Mom? Please proceed below. Are they not on good terms? Must not be. Okay, so now we can head on into Area 0. Okay, doesn't look like there's really anything else. That doesn't lead to anywhere. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. I don't really have full control over the camera. This is technically an indoor area, which is weird in this game because there's very few of those, actually. But yeah, nothing we can do, so let's head on into the elevator. Biometric identification in progress. Identities confirmed. Access granted to lower level. Ooh, it opened for us automatically! Not quite. Looks like someone's controlling this thing remotely. Once you step through, you will be above Area 0. Destro, you have brought Koraidon with you. Yeah, I never leave Koraidon. I thank you for bringing it with you on your many adventures. If you utilize Koraidon's gliding capabilities, you should be able to descend into the depths to reach Area 0. What? Isn't there something like an elevator or something? And wait, did you say Koraidon can fly? When you reach the bottom, I will get in touch once again. I hope your trip is uneventful. Railroading people into stuff just like always. No, I can't wait to see what Pokemon live down in Area 0. Oh, let's go! That girl, is she, like, incapable of fear or what? I guess we'd better go, too. Alright. Alright. This is definitely weird that we have to use Koraidon. But let's go! Good, that's all we needed to hear. Get out of that Pokemon of yours and we'll be off. What's the matter with it? Huh. Scared of heights? That's what I'd say. Well, no wonder. But no need to be scared if we go together. How does this logic work? Get on! And now I'm back here again. I think I might have died once or twice there. Koraidon? What's wrong? It chose to go back into its ball? Yeah, it's probably just hungry or something. Wait a second, where's the student council girl? What? She's gone! You don't think she... Everyone, you've gotta see this! Area Zero is amazing! Come on already! I guess your ability would be own tempo, huh? Biometric identification in progress. 4 humans identified. Condition? Satisfactory. Vital signs all within normal range. It appears you're able to make to the descent without being harmed. Huh, yeah, sure. Smooth sailing. Who would possibly complain about a landing like that? That is good. I had concerns you might fail given the crudeness of the only available access method. Huh? I think your mom's sarcasm detector needs fixing. Oh, you were worried about us? Oh, that's so sweet. You should now make your way to me at the Zero Lab, in the deepest part of Area Zero. However, the entrance to the lab is barred by 4 locks installed on the exterior, which I cannot unlock. 4 locks? On your way to me, you must visit 4 research stations that were constructed inside the crater. Okay. At each station, you will be able to disable one of the locks. Do so as you make your way down. I hope you succeed. Yes! Let's go disable the 4 locks and get to that lab. Sounds kind of video gamey when you say it out loud, huh? Come on! Time to find our way to the deepest part of Area Zero. Okay. I guess we've got everyone with us. I mean, I'm wondering if it was the first thing would be like... Well, the giraffe rig kind of popped in, but that almost kind of feels like cheating. I kind of want to move away from just wherever that is. So you have the giraffe rig, you have the Corviknights up there, and what looks like Palmy down there. But I want to see what would be the first encounter. So let's go ahead. We'll look over this way. That way we get a brand new encounter. I guess it would be... Well, I'm pretty sure... Wait. That doesn't look like the Corviknight. No, it's a Venomoth. The Venomoth would be the first thing. Well, I'm glad that this doesn't technically... This isn't technically part of what would be our... I guess it would... It's a spiritual what if. It's like what would have been our first encounter. And not including that giraffe rig, because that almost feels a little cheap of just them spawning like that. The first one would have been this Venomoth. So, go ahead and capture. I guess this is also part of the not usable category. But yeah, this is just what would have been our encounter here. Venomoth, the poison moth Pokemon. The wings are covered with dust-like scales. Every time it flaps its wings, it looses highly toxic dust. No, because it's not going to be part of anything. It was just kind of more of a what-if thing. Although, I would like to see... Let's see, I see Corviknight there. I'm actually going to go ahead and just move that Venomoth into the box now. If I find any other interesting ones, like... Because I'm pretty sure, like, with all the different other Paradox Pokemon, this is where you find them. Oh, this is just weird encounters. Frostmoth alongside a Raichu. So, I mean, if I find any other Paradox Pokemon, I'll certainly try to go after those. Huh, a crystal tree. So this is inside of Great Crater Paldea. Feels different from seeing in our textbooks. It's so intense. Normally we'd never be able to get here to see for ourselves. Where'd Koraidon go? Seems like it got spooked by something and it's hiding its ball. And Sierra? That's not good. Can we get back up to the surface without it? It should be alright. Last time I was here, I caught a flying taxi out of the crater. You always come through, even if you're a real pinch. Why didn't you call the professor down here? Don't get along or something? None of your business! There's no need to bite my head off. Being all huffy. That went by way too fast. I mean, thankfully, I was able to catch most of it with... Like, I was able to read into it with... Oh, yeah, I can't use Koraidon at all. I was able to read most of it just because my recording thing is on a little bit of a delay, but it got to the point where I couldn't even catch up with that. What does stink is that... Slide. Because Koraidon just doesn't want to come out, I am just stuck with walking, which is a little bit inconvenient. But whatever. Okay, now the big thing is when it comes to Paradox Pokemon, we saw a Great Tusk that was out and about. Are we only going to find them close to the lab? Or, because... the way that the Paradox Pokemon seem to be presented, they kind of feel like Ultra Beasts. Where they're kind of what's somewhat considered legendary Pokemon. But not necessarily, like, unique. Like, you could find a ton of different copies of the Ultra Beasts. So, I mean, I'm kind of getting that feeling from this. Though I'm mostly just seeing the same types of Pokemon. Corviknight, Girafarig, Jumpluff. That's not really a well, there's one down there. So if we can get down there... That is not exact... Well, I guess I could just always fall. I don't need Koraidon for that. My Rotom phone will be able to handle that. Alright, and just because Pichu fur, just because it's here, Okay, I probably should switch Jehudi out. My other Pokemon do need some training, though admittedly, the Pokemon here aren't too bad. All things considered. Yeah, they're around low to mid 50s. So, it doesn't really seem like it will be all too big of a deal. Let's go ahead. We'll switch to Lorena. How about that? Lots of Raichu. So the lab is right over there. I guess we could just go over this way. There is always just the direct route of just falling. A few more Pokemon. Lokix, Hawlucha, looks like a Talonflame. Garganacl as well. Okay, well, at least we made it to this one over here. Oh, I bet that's what we're looking for. That must be one of the buildings Professor was talking about. Oh yeah, what were they called? Radish rations? Research stations. Huh, well that was close. Wow, you have such a great memory, Penny. What's great is my common sense compared to you lot, apparently. Ew, what the heck is that? That's a Pokemon La Primera uses. I didn't know that species could be found in the Great Crater. Come on, Destro, let's take it on together. Okay, well, she sends out her Lycanroc as well, level 62. Well, I actually kind of want to catch it, to be honest. Or Nimona could just one-shot it. Thanks, Nimona. There are going to be a lot more of these rare Pokemon down here, you think? You think that was something? Please. You've got no idea how terrifying Area Zero really is. Wow, patronizing much? Easy, you two. Let's just head inside the research station. Man, I wanted to catch it. I'm sure there'll be more of them. Ice Terra Shard. I wonder if I'll be able to find more just generic Terra Shards down here. Well, there's this as well. Another shiny stone. Hey. And there was an item right there. Wow, are these ancient ruins? They look far too recent for that. It appears you have reached your first research station without incident. The facility was constructed 87 years ago as a way station for those surveying Area Zero. So that's why there's a bed. Looks like we can use this place to rest up if we need to. Destro, if you'd be so kind as to disable the first lock on the lab using that central panel. Okay, well, that certainly simplifies matters. You're the professor, better press it. Well done. Please continue your efforts at the remaining research stations. So, I mean, I guess there were Pokemon here. Although, if Nemona's also just gonna be part of this and is just, hey, 2-on-1, then that's not gonna be super. Ooh, that looked like a teleport panel. Oh, the item's gone. So, was that a teleport panel? Yes, it is. Okay, so if I want to get out of here, or possibly just jump to a different research station, I can probably use that. Actually, out of curiosity's sake. Nope. We can't really teleport anywhere within the Great Crater. I almost never saw my mom in my whole life. Oh, is it time for your backstory reveal? Penny! Shh! She was always busy with work. Hardly ever came home. Cook for myself, clean for myself. My boss was the only one that I even talked to. And then we get interrupted by a giraffe egg. Hopefully they continue. So, yeah, I don't really know her at all, even if she is my mom. Try not to think about it too much. Try just to be proud that she was famous. But the truth is, I'd rather have a mom, even if she was there. I haven't seen her in ages now. Unless seeing her in the news or whatever. And then when she appears out of nowhere, she tells me to go to Area 0. Yeah, this goes by way too quickly for me to actually, even just reading, let alone actually, like, saying it in character. It is super fast. I mean, at least the other good thing is this does give me an opportunity to raise up my other Pokemon. And I am very much drifting. Some family, right? Oh, but, we're not here to judge or anything. Nope, that just looks to be a regular Float. So I'm gonna run away. I just see another research station there. And I'm sorry about earlier. I shouldn't have snapped at you like that. Nah, I was obviously giving you a certain time. Sorry, Penny. Name's Penny. They're actually pretty nice for a little pipsqueak. Don't call me a pipsqueak, you big lump. That's the spirit! Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do something real quick. I had to redo, just resyncing the controller. Every single time that I start up my Switch, I'm using the Pro Controller. It isn't even like, oh, it's Joy-Con drift. I'm actually using a Pro Controller, and it does that every single time. It's just this really minute, just drifting. But then I just reset it, and everything's good. Oh, it's a Frostmoth. Thought that was a weird Venomoth for a second. Let's go ahead. We'll switch on over to Hunter and fight us a Frostmoth. Because it's not really all that big of a deal to just get a bit more training in. Considering that I need to be, like, I should have probably been around 65 for fighting Nemona. And her Pokemon are still around 65. So she still has the same team that we fought against her with. So getting a little bit more experience isn't bad. Last time I came to the Great Crater, I was trying to see my mom. Got at this part when it's back some kind of creature I'd never seen before. Really? What kind of Pokemon was it? I seriously just have to get in the battle so that way I can actually read what is going on. It wasn't even like a Pokemon, more like this crazy violent rampaging sort of thing. You sure it wasn't a Pokemon that was a little more, I don't know, ravagey than usual? Yeah, I'm sure. Like a completely different creature altogether. I should probably switch off of Hunter. Ew. The fact that I'm not able to just effectively one-shot these Pokemon is a little bit of an issue. And then again, it's not like I'm hitting him with super effective moves or anything. Alright. And I hurt my boss if real bad, so it's not like I just forget. Oh, I never want to run that awful thing again. It was that strong, huh? I really hope I get to see it. That's what I figured you'd say. And I got hit by behind with a Corviknight. Okay. Well, I can still hit it with the Shadow Punch. Now, assuming I don't get dropped. Okay, I might get dropped if I stay in the battle. So we'll switch. Let's switch on over to Lorena. Lorena's gonna probably be the hardest to keep up in terms of experience, since Dragonite does have it has a slower growth compared to the others, and it just requires a lot more experience to level up. And these Corviknights just want to do scary faces all day long, and that's it. There's another Corviknight there, which is a little bit of a problem. You're real tactless sometimes, Nimona. You know that? Okay. Now that they're done with their conversation, really do wish that I could maybe try to get in on these a bit more without needing to interrupt them with battles. But whatever. Okay, so we have a Lycanroc, another Lycanroc. I think there was another station, yeah, down this way. Just gotta slide down. There we go. Hawlucha, Hawlucha, Garganacl, more Hawlucha, lots of Hawlucha. Oh no, that was a regular Loki. I thought it was kind of green there. Oh hey, a level 57 Braviary. These Pokemon, yeah, these Pokemon are getting more higher leveled the further we go down. The second research station. About time, too. Let's set in and take a breather. I thought you'd have a bit more stamina, student council girl. I'm just full of surprises. That wasn't a compliment, you know. Hey, look, a Jigglypuff! It's good to see some nice familiar Pokemon down here, too. Oh my gosh, so cute! What the? Ah! Destro, it's battle time! Okay, you're definitely not a Jigglypuff. Oh, we're fighting with Penny. Screamtail. Can I just throw? I actually can't catch it. Well, darn, I wanted to catch this thing. Okay, I guess it's not a bad thing that Nimona just took it out then. So let's go ahead. Well, let's see. If it's anything like a Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff is normal fairy. I don't really have anything particularly great, unless I want to just use super power. Let's just use Aerial Ace. I mean, it has Play Rough. Oh, it is also pretty bulky. Okay, well, that did quite a bit. Baby Doll Eyes will help. Okay. Almost. Finish it off with the superpower. Okay, that is bad. Thankfully, Penny helps me finish it off. Seriously, what was that? Darn thing scared me half to death. It was definitely kind of ferocious for a Jigglypuff, wasn't it? No kidding. Come on, let's get inside already. One more jump scare like that and I'm done for. Okay, well, it does stink that I couldn't actually catch it. That's a Volcarona back there. Well, this looks pretty much the same as the first research station. Seems like wild Pokemon don't come in here. We should be safe to catch our breath. Hey, seriously, what's with this place? That Pokemon! I've been wondering about that myself. Just look at Destro. His arm is glitching out of existence. I think maybe that Pokemon was one of these? Huh? What's that book? Monsters of Area Zero. As we descended further in Area Zero, we began to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokemon. We wonder if these huge, ferocious beasts were indeed Pokemon at all. One of our team suffered a brutal blow from such a beast and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat for a time. But that's great, Tusk. Member of the survey team captured this photograph by chance. I noticed a passing resemblance to the Pokemon known as Donphan, yet differences such as its sheer size and the shape of its back set it apart, as do its great tusks. Monsters of Area Zero? So they aren't actually Pokemon? I don't really know. What do you think, Destro? I mean, I think they are just Pokemon. Yeah, same. I mean, they look different, sure, but they use moves and battle just like the Pokemon we know. I suppose the time has come for an explanation. Professor! Some of the life forms that you see residing now within Area Zero are ancient Pokemon that lived in a distant past, long lost to us. Ancient Pokemon? What? That's awesome! Oh, come on, there's no way that's possible. The Zero Lab, where I'm located, contains a time machine. It summons the ancient Pokemon to this place. So the thing my mom spent forever researching down here, she actually got it working? Indeed, though the cost was catastrophic. The cost? But a time machine? You mean you can actually travel to and from the past? It is theoretically possible to travel to the past. However, for a being such as a human, it would not be possible to return to the present. Well, that's horrifying. Mom, you... Why did you call us here to Area Zero? Arvin, If possible, I would like us to speak when we can meet face to face. It'll be easier for you to understand once you can see the situation for yourself. Now then, Destro, please use the central panel here and disable another lock on my lab. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the button. Lock disabled. Well done. Please continue your efforts at the remaining research stations. Hey, Destro. You know that book she told me to bring? I think it's got something to do with this place. Or more like, everything to do with this place. But I'm not the one she expects to fix whatever all this is. You are. I think you should be the one to carry it. Hey! We finally got the Scarlet book! It is interesting that this is just a regular book that we could have bought. Although I guess this one, it says the name Sada is written on it. So I guess maybe it has some notes from her? Take care of it for me, okay, Destro? Are there anything on these books? Crystal's power is tremendous. Their unstable output made our corporate backers fret. But if we can harness this energy, it will open up research possibilities we'd only dreamed of. At last, paradise will be ours to create. At last, I can resume work on the Terra project. I'll move my research to the Zero Lab this month. My team will be smaller, but no matter. The strong influence of the crystals make our experience much more unstable. Ooh, Sada's notes. Here, I want to go back to the other one. Research station number 1. Were there notes there too? There were. Okay. We can jump back to that station afterward, but let me take a look at these notes. We determined that this energy crystallization is linked to the being we call blank. The interlocking hexagonal plates that comprise Blank's shell must somehow cause this phenomenon, which I've dubbed terrestrializing. Oh god, this is just another Eternatus situation, isn't it? Terrestrializing is caused by some big bad Pokemon that's going to destroy the world if it gets out. And it's meant as some sort of cure for an energy crit. This literally is just Sword and Shield just all over again. Thanks to my prototype Terra Orb, I've secured corporate funding for my research and made a laboratory in the lighthouse near Cabo Poco. Someday, though, I'll return to the crater and resume my study of these crystals. Well, that certainly explains the lab there. But let's go ahead and head back to the second gate, and we're gonna call it a day here. So, next time on Let's Play Pokemon Scarlet. We are going to continue down the depths of Area Zero. It's the Scarlet book Arvin entrusted to you. Flipping through it, you can see illustrations and notes from a long-ago explorer, I cannot speak, of Area Zero. And that's it. That's all it says. I really wish you could have just bought a regular copy and been able to flip through it. Anyway, we're going to continue exploring down the depths of Area Zero, get to the research stations, and maybe find Sada. It's going to be interesting. Hello! It's a Farigiraf! There's a little popping noise. Anyway, we are going to continue going through Area Zero, and we are going to hopefully get to those last 2 research stations, and see if we can't reach Sada. The Pokemon are getting more powerful as we're going down here, so it'll be more important to take down Pokemon as we are traversing through. But in the meantime, we'll just see how exactly these Pokemon are. What are your parents like, Nimona? My parents normal, I guess. Are you serious? Even I know about your dad. He's on the board for the Rotom Foam Company. Wait, how do you know that? Everyone knows that. He's famous. And I couldn't see the rest of it because they once again get into talking and talk way too fast for me to catch up. Well, it gives me a chance to get some more experience while learning more about everyone's backstories. So, Nimona's actually a pampered little princess from a rich family? Ugh, no way, that's not my thing. Oh, yeah. I guess you could say mother and father were, like, hands-off, but in a good way. My big sister will probably take over the business, so they pretty much let me do what I want. That certainly explains how Nimona's house is actually a pretty big mansion. That does explain that. I never really gave that much thought, to be honest. Wait, you call them mother and father? That is some pampered little princess stuff right there. Ah, caliente, Penny! What, is your family super normal then? My family is unbelievably annoying. Like super overprotective, you mean? I'm just gonna keep fighting Girafferic so that way I can get their backstory and actually be able to keep up with it. Oh boy, baton pass in a wild Pokemon battle. As more Corviknight just kind of spawn in on top of us. It's just my dad. He's loud and clingy and makes up weird pet names like Pen Pen. He's the most annoying guy in the world, period. He's the worst. Man, what a real downer for a dad. Having his own daughter describe him like that. Don't you dare take his side! I'm super glad that I have... My recording software is off just enough that I can get a little bit more of their conversation in. So even when it goes away, it's not that it's laggy, it's just I'm able to read it off of that, and I'm able to keep up that way. Destro, how about you? Your mother seems super nice. You met her? Yep, got a glimpse of an amazing looking sandwich she made too. Really? Wish I could have seen that. Bet it tasted great. Okay, now, let's get back in here before we get any more conversations. I'm gonna have to be forced to go in the battle to keep up. Until next time, everyone, take care.